Hey there, everyone. My name's Andrew. This is the Canadian Starships live stream. Welcome. Tonight we've got Ken hosting for us. Say hi, Ken.
Good evening, everyone.
How's everybody doing tonight? Let me know that you're here and that you're part of the live stream tonight by leaving a comment in the chat. Because we always like to know who we're talking with tonight.
Yeah, we have Gordon in here first. He says, hey, guys.
Welcome.
We have Jody saying hello.
Hello, Jody.
Keith. We have Williams here. He says, hello, everyone. Yeah, so, we got a few people in here talking amongst themselves, all saying hello.
Awesome. All right. And I just noticed that my overhead cam was not quite positioned right. So just taking a quick moment to get that right, because we're going to be working with it tonight. And it might need to be raised up a little bit, because it's hard to get the entire saucer in shot.
It is so big.
Mm-hmm. We've got some progress that happened. If you have not seen my latest update video, well, I guess not update video, it's a deep dive video into the painting. That went live earlier today. So don't leave yet. Don't leave to go check it out now. Go watch it after the live stream.
But if you haven't watched it, why not?
Or tomorrow or something like that, right? So we are going to be moving on to colors number 3 and 4. And I've got, let's see here. I've got a bunch of masks prepped and ready to go. They've been cut out. They've been weeded. And these are the stencil masks that will do, these particular ones are the ones that will do the secondary blue color. So they're sitting right here on the bench. And I've got them prepped and ready to go. So that's what we're going to be working on tonight.
Well, they look like they'd be a little bit easier to deal with.
So much easier, so much faster. And I will likely get both colors done in the one deep dive video, because the process is exactly the same with both colors.
Nice.
So there's a lot of stuff that will just be rinse and repeat that I won't show. I won't show doing or demonstrate doing over and over and over again. So it'll go a little bit quicker for this video. I do have my tea Earl Grey hot tonight. It is in the Captain Picard teacup. So
what? So you said the darker blue, and what's the other color?
Well, it's a secondary blue, so it's not as dark as the it's not as dark as the blue on the base coat.
Okay.
But if we look at this here, let's back it up. You can see there's a let me pause it when we get a little bit closer. So on there's some dark blue Aztecs.
Yeah.
And then on top are some smaller blue squares. So it's a bit of a lighter blue.
Okay.
If you can see that there. But it's these colors, these additional colors that really just give it the depth and really make the whole thing come together. So definitely a good shout for them to do that when they refreshed the studio model to give it the extra colors.
Jody's asking, hey, what's that second from the right box with Voyager on it? Which model is that?
Second from the right box with Voyager on it.
That looks like is it the Maquis vessel? On the bottom row, right beside the Excelsior.
This one?
I think that's the one he's talking about.
If that's what he's talking about, yeah, that's the Maquis Raider. I don't know. Let me just check my bin of old models here and see if I still have that. I'm not sure if I do, or if it's in the accessible bin of old models. It might be in the non-accessible bin. You might be able. Oh. It's not quite intact. The The wings are gone, but that's the size of it.
That's a decent size.
Yeah.
And Jody says, "I see it now, Maquis."
Yeah, it was the ship that Chakotay was in charge of, the Maquis Raider in the pilot episode of Voyager. It was only one episode, and they made a model of it because they didn't know what ships were going to be popular yet. So I don't know where the wings on it went, but I do have. Ouch! I just smacked my head on a microphone stand. Yeah, maybe that should be clipped for a timeout or something like that. Make a Jaeger, yeah. I am not a fan of the Jaeger class ship. It's a little bit of a unholy marriage of the two ships in my mind. All right. So I've got masks back there that are pre-cut, weeded. Excuse me, a little bit of my tea, Earl Grey, hot, went down the wrong way. So we're going to get those out of transfer tape and get them onto the Enterprise surface tonight.
William says, "I finished 3D printing some upgrades for the Maquis Raider."
Oh yeah? Yeah, I mean, I got it when Voyager first came out because I got all the models. I mean, I even got the little Kazon torpedo there, right? But
and you could have had a second one.
Not my favorite. I could have from Monster Hobbies in High River. He was trying to get rid of it.
Yes, he might still be. Who knows?
He probably still is trying to get rid of it. Yeah.
Jody says it's awful, but it's a ship seen on screen.
Yeah, I'm going to reposition the Enterprise a little bit here because you don't need. Our focus right now is not going to be the secondary hull. And if I reposition her a little bit, then the saucer will be out of the range of my face cam.
There we go.
That might just be a little bit more helpful, I would think. So let's switch over to this view. And I'm just chopping up some transfer film. I've been a little bit liberal in my usage of the stuff that got sent to me with the masks.
Right.
And so I am now on to using my stuff. But where did... Oh, found it. I was like, where did my straight edge go? It was over there.
As it always is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cut myself a piece of transfer.
And for those of you who are watching right now, Jody at Trek Mods will be streaming after this live stream.
Yep. So, Ken, remind me at some point tonight. I will set up the redirect so that it'll assist people in finding Jody's channel.
I will try to remind you.
All right, I've got a piece of transfer tape here. I'm gonna grab. I thought there was a chip in the paint, but it's just some paint that came off. Here, I don't know that you can see it on the camera there, but one of the wider rim windows, the paint came off the vinyl that's there, and it's white vinyl. So for a moment, okay. I thought it was like the paint had gone down to the surface of the resin for some reason, which would not be a good indicator of pulling masks off, right?
No, that would be very disappointing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how's the Reliant coming along?
The Reliant is coming along good.
I'm working on getting caught up on the videos. Right now, I'm trying to get caught up on Jordan's, and then I'm going to go through and get caught up on yours.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time working on the JST connectors.
Yeah, the GST connectors, got it.
Yeah, and just I was not having a lot of luck with it.
Yeah.
To say the least, especially using the wire wrapping wire that's really thin.
Yeah, I stopped using that, and I've just gone to the really thin 30 gauge insulated.
Right. I might have to do that as well. But anyway, I ended up doing a lot of video recording on how I ended up figuring out how to use the JST connectors and getting them to work. Unfortunately, Jordan and I couldn't link up this week to film a segment, so I just filmed a really short one of myself, and then my video's ready. It's already uploaded and ready to release tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm kind of surprised you guys haven't had more challenges just connecting, because Jordan is a busy guy.
He is, yeah.
I've been trying to connect with him for a project, and he's just like the amount that he works is just crazy, right? So
it is, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know who Jordan is, go check out Aligning the Stars YouTube channel.
Yes, Jordan and I at Aligning the Stars. We are doing a buddy build of the 1/537 scale USS Reliant, and we're using a lot of aftermarket parts released by Lake Monster Details cast over there. So go check it out.
And Lake Monster Details is the heir to the Dawn's Light and Magic range of products.
Yes, he is.
So if you had ever wanted to get a hold of the, like for example, the like the what's the word I'm looking for? You change it into something else.
The legacy parts or what?
Yeah, if you ever wanted to get a hold of the conversion kit to turn the Enterprise D model into a Nebula class, he's got the Dawn's Light and Magic stuff for that, along with so much of the other stuff that Dawn had.
Yeah, I did show that on a live stream one night too. I think it was a live stream I did. I showed it on.
Yeah.
It is a nice set.
So I've laid the first one down here, and I'm going to get the second one onto transfer, but then I'm going to film a quick clip.
Do you want to change camera?
Yeah. You know what? I really need to figure out how to get you into the system so that you can just control my streaming program and flip cameras. But
someday.
So I'm going to get this onto the transfer tape, and then I'm going to film a quick segment using the overhead camera to show the process of putting this piece down. And essentially, I'm putting one piece down, and then I am going to just say, and now I'm rinsing and repeating all the way around. And I'm not going to be showing a whole lot more of that process because it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. What I am going to do is I'm going to zoom. You can't see it yet because it's on my desk cam. But I'm going to zoom the camera in on the specific. Oh, up is down and up is up is down and down is up when it comes to this here. And so I'm going to show this view here, so it's nice and close to where I'm going to be laying down this this mask piece. I'm going to be removing my face cam for it, but first, let's get this done.
And do you need to set up a secondary audio as well?
I'm going to use the audio, like this audio, through my my streaming software.
Okay.
because everything's going into the streaming software and then out to StreamYard. So, and last night on the HTM stream, I was this morning I was meaning to record a little bit more of the time lapse from my video to finish it, and I'd forgotten to actually throw it live, so it recorded black.
Oh no!
Instead of the end of my time, so I just finished the time lapse a little earlier. All right, I'm going to record.
I'll mute myself,
and then I'll lay this down, and then we'll come back to being live. So again, these are stencil type masks that are going down. I've got the first one down, and this is essentially going to be a rinse and repeat process. You transfer it the same way that we've transferred all the other masks, and then we're just going to line up as best as we can. And there is a little bit of art to this. It's not just pure technique. You can see through the holes in the stencil, and we're laying down the blue color. The holes in the stencils, the openings will be usually on top of the blue base coat color. So just line it up, make sure that the openings are about where that you think that they should be on the base coat blue, and then press it down. You don't have to be exact. There is a little bit of art to it versus the technique. And you can see here how there's a opening here. We're just going to patch that with tape just so that we don't get paint down where we don't want it to be. And we're going to continue this all the way around. I'm going to continue doing the entire saucer top. I'll bring you back for touching up in between all of these masks. And we're clear.
Good job.
I'm going to quickly save that to the appropriate folder before I forget, and then can't find it when I go to cut it into my video. So bear with me for one moment. I have to take it from my OBS folder and put it into my Aztek video folder. My brain is not working. They're in front of me on the screen, and I can't find them to click on them. So, based on the thumbnail, I believe that this is the video. I'm gonna check to make sure it recorded properly.
Yeah, I lost a portion of video a couple weeks ago as well.
A opening here. We're just going to patch that. You lost a bit of video?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Just didn't record or something. It ended up not being in my folder where everything goes.
Yeah, I think it was Jody I was explaining. All of us have accidentally forgotten to press record or something.
Exactly.
Where we've not had the video we were expecting to have.
Yeah, it very well could have been that.
I could see it on my screen, but my screen has well, if I throw it over here, I can show you. Come on, drag over to the sharing spot. Hopefully this isn't gonna
we see it creeping in the background. Oh, we did. You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. Where? So, like, if I click on this, it puts it into the preview. So, in this screen is a preview. So I could see it, and so I thought I was recording, but it wasn't over here live. So, yeah, I ended up recording black screen.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right. For the moment, let's switch back to here. How are we doing on the chat?
It's kind of stopped at Jody saying, "Hey, that's me."
Yeah.
After we mentioned his show after yours.
Okay.
So either comments have stopped or there's something wrong with the software again.
I'm going to check just to see if there's anything wrong with the software, because everybody's always chatting up a storm in the live streams. Where is it? Where is it?
Well, that's all I'm seeing in YouTube. Oh, and now Aaron just popped in saying, hello, everyone.
And yeah, looks like chat is because a comment from Jody is just going to come in soon, and a comment from Keith saying comment.
Yes.
Have they come into?
They are here.
There we go. Yeah, so it is working. These days you kind of have to chat because you're never quite sure. All right, I'm gonna go grab another mask.
And a lot of times people are kind of watching off to the side while they're doing something else, like, working at their bench.
Working at their projects. Let us know what projects you're working on tonight.
So Jody says, I either think it's already paused and I stopped recording, or I forgot to pause last time and I press stop and it start talking.
Yeah. Well, Jody, just so this morning I was finishing removing masks, the paint masks, and I was gonna record the rest of it for my time lapse for my video, and all I got was black screen, and I didn't realize until I went to cut it into my video.
Jody says, sometimes we are just listening to you and learning.
Okay.
And change cameras pretty quick. I jumped the gun on that.
And I will say, Wayne from Motion Picture Miniatures doesn't just have these masks for this massive 650 scale Enterprise D. He's got the mask set for the 1400 as well. So the same setup for masks, and you can choose either the TV version, where it's just a 2-color variant, or you can choose the Generations 4-color variant.
No, I'd be tempted to do the 4-color.
I think the 4-color looks nicer. But a lot of people want what they remember seeing on TV, right? So each their own. To each their own. It's a personal preference thing. Oh, and I'm gonna need to go whoop and whoop and whoop. There we go. All right, now you can see what I'm doing.
Jody says, if you want constant chat, I'm happy to deliver. Aaron says, not working on a model project right now. I'm at my mom's house. We're going to be putting a new appeasement, so I'm organizing a few things.
Okay.
There we go.
So once the main Aztek pattern is on, it goes a lot faster. The process goes considerably faster.
Keith says that he was recording an episode on his Citron WRC build earlier, and now he's just sitting around and chilling.
All right.
Well, we're glad to have you.
It's always interesting how different people approach the content creation side differently too. How everybody's workflow for creating essentially the same type of content, model building content, but everybody has a different workflow and style and way of doing things.
Yeah, it's true. Like some people just do a lot more straight recording and editing. Some people do less recording and kind of almost like they're editing as they're recording.
I that's what I do. I edit as I go typically. Although I'm 5 clips deep into video 4. 5 clips deep into video 4. I haven't dumped anything into the timeline yet. But that's just been the day it's been. And I wanted to get work done.
And it is nice to watch your videos after the fact, after, not including the live stream, because you do see other stuff that isn't on the live stream.
Yeah, because live streams is just whatever work I happen to be doing that day.
Yes.
At that time.
It also gives people a great opportunity to ask questions.
Yeah.
And just interact with their fellow model builders.
And the live streams for me is a dedicated period of time that I know I'm going to be able to be in the shop getting work done.
That is looking good.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to remember how much I masked on the last one before I painted, and whether I was able to mask the neck and the second, like if I was able to do like all of the top. I can't remember.
Yeah. William says, just chilling. We had our power restored after 5-day outage. Wow.
Ooh,
yeah. It was after huge ice storms that passed through.
Yeah, when we had a 5-day outage in '98 when we had a massive ice storm. Ice storm '98. Schools were closed for a couple weeks, and power was out in some places for 2 weeks, and it was quite the time. We had to boil water on the barbecue to we had to boil snow, melt snow on the wood stove, I should say, just to have water to flush our toilets, because we lived out in the country and we're on the well. So when you don't have power and you're on a well, you don't have water. So
yes, exactly. I think it's Russ, Cosmic Quest Hobbies, says evening all.
Good evening. How's it going?
Glad you could join us.
We are getting masking for the secondary Aztek colors down. This one is for the secondary blue color. And it goes a lot faster than the previous masking.
Are you working on anything tonight, Russ? Or are you just enjoying the show?
And somebody forgot to tell me to switch my camera, and so I didn't switch my camera.
I figured. We've seen you do this a few times now. William's saying it looks great.
Thanks.
And Russ is working on his, he says, I'm working on my big combat ship. He's panelizing it.
All right, I'm going to go around the other side of the front now. I'll deal with the back end closer to the end. Here we go. So this is going to be a lot of rinse and repeat tonight, guys.
Well, that's okay. We can talk to each other, and if people have questions, they can ask.
Yep.
So these next two colors, you're also using Viejo paint?
I am using the Vallejo, yeah.
Okay.
In this case, it's going to be 71.344 Russian Air Force gray protection coat. Okay. And for the secondary gray, it's going to be 71296 USA Air Force light gray. So USA AF light gray. And then the whole thing will get a blending coat when it's all done. which I used a separate, like a fifth color for the blending coat color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of like a gray or a okay.
Yeah, I think it was this white gray that I used, just to kind of blend all four with a unifying coat that wasn't one of those colors, so that all the colors were kind of blended down a little bit rather than one becoming even more prominent.
Right.
The theory anyway. And
Jonathan Brambles here. He says, hello all.
Welcome.
And sorry for interrupting you, as you were saying.
No problem. I don't remember what I was saying, so it couldn't have been important.
You were talking about your unifying colors.
Yeah. I think I was just saying that at least that was the theory anyway, and I think it turned out okay.
Jody was asking Russ about his paneling, and Russ is saying he's doing armor plating for his paneling.
This is 9B. It's going on the other side of the front. So we're working our way around the other side now.
We have 9B, 9B.
We're only 30 minutes in, 34 minutes in, and look how much masking's gone down.
That's right. With our 9B, do we have a bingo? Well, looks nice.
And I just have to remember when I'm switching sides, then which side of the mask I want to line the transfer with, because I don't want the transfer to overlap where the join is.
Right.
So that it doesn't accidentally pull vinyl that's already down up. I mean, it's not so critical on these ones because they're fairly there's good structural integrity to the vinyl because there's very little that's been pulled out of them, unlike the other ones that are all like where it's all cut.
Yeah, there's not much left when you weed it.
Yeah, so but still I don't want it aids with the alignment as well. If I can talk properly tonight.
Are you guys getting some nice daytime temperatures there, melting the snow?
It's hovering around the 0 mark. I think we might have gone up to +2 today. But before live stream, I looked outside and it was starting to snow again.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready for winter to be done for the year.
Oh, I think most of us are.
But every year it's like a big argument. You know, we think winter's left, and then suddenly it storms back into the room. And another thing.
Yeah, I've had my birthday in May. I've had snow.
Yeah. Freezing rainstorms in April.
Yep. Well, Jonathan says it was almost 80 degrees in North Carolina today.
What's that in the rest of the world?
What is that in Celsius?
I think the U.S. is probably the only country that uses Fahrenheit for outdoor temperature. I don't know of another country that doesn't use Celsius for that. I mean, we typically use Fahrenheit for oven temperatures, but do you know of another country that uses Fahrenheit for weather temperatures?
Not that I'm aware of. I know there are a few other countries that do use the imperial system still for like miles instead of kilometers, just kilometers. So I'm assuming they do the same thing with their temperatures.
Well, I'm always amazed that we still have a bit of a weird mix here, given how long we've been metric.
Yes.
Because it's 20.5 degrees in the house Celsius, but the oven gets set to 350 Fahrenheit. Like,
Aaron says, I think it got to 90 degrees in Iowa. Wow.
I take it that's warm?
Yeah, that'd be pretty warm.
Like, I've got no frame of reference for how warm something is in Fahrenheit. To me, it's just a number.
That would be 32 degrees.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can have it.
I like my, mid-20s usually outside. Make for a nice day. Which I think is somewhere in the 80s.
I know we had a pool when I was younger. My dad built the pool, like from scratch.
Right.
But my parents would measure the pool temperature in Fahrenheit, which I thought was always a little weird.
Ooh, okay. So Howard's here. Hey, Howard.
Hey, Howard.
He says, well, Andrew, you're 96.3 degrees. When you get in your shower and the water is about your skin temperature, then it's about 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Jody says it's been snowing here, snowing all day here. We have 10-foot banks again along the roads, and you can't see at intersections. Everything will be flooded in spring. Bring on the mud. Sorry to hear that, Jody.
Yeah, I don't want summer. I just want winter to go away.
Yes, indeed.
Like, can we just be in perpetual springtime or fall?
Well, I don't mind early summer when it doesn't get too hot. But I am a redhead, so I sunburn really easy.
You've got the curse of the burning skin.
I do.
You'll burn if you just think about going outside in the sun.
It feels like it sometimes.
I don't burn particularly easily, but I do get sick if I'm out in the sun. I get physically ill.
Ooh, that's not good then.
Never used to when I was younger. It's kind of something that's developed over time.
Keith says, right there with you, Ken, on being fair-skinned. Glad to hear I'm not the only one. Yeah, so an ideal vacation for me is not going down to, the beaches of, particularly anywhere, really. But certainly not like the beaches of Mexico or the Caribbean or Hawaii or, And if I had to go a place like that, I would generally go probably away from the beaches, more inland and sightsee.
Yeah. Well, so the place that we go to in Florida, so they've got a pool, but because of the rules that either the state or the municipality or whatever have in place, because they don't have adequate lighting for at nighttime,
Right?
apparently, because there's some threshold of lighting that they have to have. There's no night, like after dark swimming allowed, which for me it would be like the perfect time to go swimming, because I wouldn't have to worry about the terrible sun that wants to just kill me.
Let's see here. We have some more comments here. Howard saying, if you have no winter, the bugs and animals that like water temperatures and are more dangerous would run rampant.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I appreciate that our weather kills the things that want to kill me. I'm just like, okay, see you next year, winter. Like, we've had enough already. You've done what you need to do. Like, go away now. You've overstayed your welcome.
William says, me too. 10 minutes in the sun and I start to burn. Yep. Jody says, animals around here aren't dangerous unless you're stupid. Just be careful around your moose. Howard says, I go out in 50 degrees sun and I burn.
Moose get priority right of way at all times.
Yes. And Jody says, then you'll be hurt. So this is starting the second layer above the phaser ring?
Yes. That's what we are starting.
And Howard says, yes, that global warming is just making our winters worse. Yeah, I think that's kind of why they changed it from global warming to just climate change.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is we know so little about the Earth over time that we can only assume that, you know, things are changing because of human intervention and not long-term Earth cycles. But we don't, like, anybody who is humble enough to know that they don't know everything will admit that they don't know everything, and this is their best guess, right?
This is what the signs are pointing to. I may be wrong, but the signs seem to be pointing that way. Jody says, if you know how a moose or a bear usually behaves, then you know what to do if you encounter one. Thanks for changing the camera over. And see here, Ken's Model Shop is here. He says, hi, Andrew, and hey, everyone. And Jody also says camera, but you changed it already. And Howard says, we have 7+ volcanoes in the world blowing heat and stuff into the air, but it's humans doing things. Well, that's just it. We can't say 100% for sure.
Yeah.
But like I say, the signs seem to be pointing that way. I mean, humans, I'm sure we've had an effect. As to what level?
Yeah.
You know, who can say for sure?
Now, so I sometimes think here in Canada, we eliminate more than our fair share of carbon from the atmosphere with our wildlands and trees and stuff like that. But they still want to put us on with carbon taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes people assume that I drive Teslas because I want to be kind to the environment or something like that. I mean, it's great that they are environmentally friendly and stuff like that. I just really like driving them.
Keith says, if you encounter a moose or a bear, you trip the person closest to you and run like heck.
You don't have to run fast. You just have to run faster than the next person.
That's right. And like I always used to say jokingly, if a bear pops out in front of you and he's really angry, you just and you're all alone, all you got to do is reach behind you and throw some poop in his face, because there'll be poop there. Jody says volcanoes are a mere fraction of what humans emit. Ken says my Tomy 1/350 scale die-cast refit arrived on the 17th. Still in the box. Might unbox it tomorrow. Oh, right on, Ken.
Yeah, we're seeing a few unboxings.
Yes, quite a few actually.
Jordan unboxed his on live stream, and Ian dropped an unboxing video.
Yeah, I saw Jordan's on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ian went all the way from it's still sealed in the package that it came in, kind of a deal.
Okay.
So that people could see how it was packaged and that kind of thing. These are so much easier to place.
Well, that's good to hear.
And you don't have to be 100% accurate. You're just basically looking to make sure that all the open spaces are blue, which makes it a lot easier. Because now you've got to when the first round Aztek masks are going down. Like there's a wide space here, but I'll just tape that. When the first round masks are going down, you have nothing to align it with on this model. There's no grid lines, no nothing. So that makes it challenging in and of itself.
Well, I have to say, after seeing the Tomy's unboxing of the 350 refit, really kind of starting to think a little bit more about building one.
Yeah, I know that at some point I'll get around to doing one. It's just not been a priority.
Yeah, I think I would definitely start with the inside parts first to kind of get them out of the way and, do them as separate builds, basically, like the shuttle bay and the garden. Yeah, arboretum, thank you.
Well, and then you've got to make the decisions on whether you're going to, if you're going to include an open shuttle bay.
Yeah, I've seen people where they leave it almost kind of like the Tomy, where you can snap in, well, just set in the closed doors, but you can't, the closed doors, but you can't really have the open ones in place.
I've seen people build the interior, but then leave it out on display.
That's another option, just have it displayed next to the model itself.
Yeah. But my understanding, and I'll probably build one so that I can say this is my build of it, because I've never built one before. Even though there's a lot of builds out there for it. One of the reasons why I haven't done it yet is just because there are already so many YouTube builds of it out there.
Yeah.
I've heard that the inside doesn't fit properly. Like the interior doesn't fit inside.
Yes, it's really hard to fit it in there and then also get lights in.
And then if you want, because what my question would be is, would it be more beneficial to use that space to put in an armature to support the nacelles?
Right.
And so that's where my brain goes to.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to run some sort of armature or like some sort of even just like some tubing of some sort, either rectangular or circular or something to prop it up and then run your wires up.
I'd have to look at the parts just to kind of have an idea of what method I would want to use. But the moment you put the interior of the shuttle bay in, it becomes very difficult to have the space inside to run any of those kind of supports.
Yeah.
It's like with that big, huge shuttle bay in there, I've always wondered how they fit the plasma conduits from the warp core to the to the nacelles. Like, where is that running?
Let's see here. Ken says the Enterprise D looks awesome with the Aztek.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
And it's definitely a unique look with this masking on it too.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks kind of cool still, though, I think.
And no, Howard, I'm not building you one that looks like it's got this masking on it.
Let's see here. Keith says, are the newer releases of the 350 refit better than the older ones, or are they all considered to be the Widowmaker?
They are. They haven't made any changes to the kit itself. The only thing that they've changed is the way that the model is supported by the base. The original ones actually were intended to have acrylic posts going up to support the saucer, the same way that the Tomy has those black posts to support the saucer.
Jonathan says, I would love to see a Nebula class of this size.
Yeah, that would be cool. But a conversion would be a nightmare on this. You'd really need Helios would have to make it class specific, or somebody would have to make it class specific.
Yes. Let's see here. Howard's been talking about those dang farmers causing problems with the carbon and their cows.
Yeah, I'd blame it on cow
and their tractors.
Cow emissions.
Yeah. He said, unlike those cities with huge concrete buildings. He says, I'm guessing a big part of the radiation effect and the lights that light the pylon stalks, but to add in those lights. I'm going to read that again. I'm guessing the big part is the ration effects and the lights that light the pylon stalks, but to add those lights. Unless he means a Raytheon, I think. The big part is the Raytheon effects. Yeah, that must be what you mean, Howard. And the lights that light the pylon stalks, but to add those lights. And that might be something where you decide at that point, yeah, I'm not going to insert the shuttle bay or anything like that. Howard says, come on, man, it's TARDIS tech. They had to meet Time Lords at some point.
Uh-huh.
Do you want us to change cameras?
If I must.
I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan says, oh, no, yeah, I already read that. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Jonathan says, I can imagine conversion would be horrible. I'll ask Helios to get on it.
Before Helios does camera. Before Helios does a nebula, I'd love to get them. I'd love for them to do a 1,000 scale E. Because I'd really like to have 1,000 scale E kit.
And just start doing a whole 1,000 scale fleet.
Yeah, well, the 1,000 scale would be a great size for the E. There was one from Titan Models, but that's one of those things where it's just not available anymore, and is as rare as, I don't know, pixie dust or something.
As rare as hen's teeth.
Sure.
Well, it would be nice for the actual like AMT or someone to release a plastic version.
Well, we keep asking. Excuse me. We keep asking Round 2 to do 1,000 scale Enterprise D.
And Howard says, "No, you'll probably break me with the E I want." So I don't know if you want to throw I forgot to mention, do you want to throw an ad out there?
Oh yeah, we're past our advertisement time.
Yes, we are. Very much so.
All right. We will make YouTube happy. And well, in a moment we'll make YouTube happy because I don't have it open.
Oh.
I've got to open it. It looks like Epic Models is building a Voyager.
Keith is taking off. He says, "Night all." You take care, Keith.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Where are we here? YouTube Studio. That's what I'm looking for. Content. Oh, I've got 2 new subscribers in the last hour.
Nice.
All right. So we're just going to take a quick momentary break, and we are going to run a ad and make YouTube happy. So some of you won't get one, and some of you might. But if you do, we'll see. I promise we aren't going to do anything super crazy like that time when we... And the ad should be running.
Yes, indeed.
I wasn't even paying attention to the time at all.
Yeah, neither was I. I was reading the comments, and here we are, an hour in. Every time you go to Leo's down and I'm watching, I feel like I got to be quiet and hold my breath. It's like as the hush falls over the crowd.
Yeah. Well, before I can even think about building a 350 refit, I've got so many other things I need to build.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to doing my 1350 Excelsior.
Yeah.
With better lighting and a thicker gauge of wiring. I think wrapping wire in the amount that I'm doing it is just not a good idea. I think if you're doing just a couple small little things or something on the scale like Jody does, then yes, but yeah.
Well, it depends on your load.
Yes.
And your voltage plays a part. Like, because I wouldn't do it if you're running 9 or 12. But if you're doing a 5-volt system, you're probably not going to have too much issue. Again, depending on what your load is.
Howard says, Ken, make sure he's weeding these. Well, I think he's well ahead of me. He weeded them all prior to starting the stream.
Yeah, I weeded them. If he's talking about weeding these masks, I weeded them all earlier today. I was prepared for a live stream.
Which is always a bonus.
because I've also filmed clips showing the masks on the sheets, then cut from the sheets, and then weeded. So
Nice.
oh, la 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 la. There we go.
Thank you.
Jody, what are you going to be working on tonight on your live stream?
Oh, now you're going to make him run for his keyboard.
Is he working for? Are you working on your Enterprise Nook?
The refit / TOS meeting kind of.
Yeah. His kind of book nook thing. I need to install like an AI program on the computer that can recognize when I'm moving from one spot to another and automatically change my camera for me.
Or figure out how I can do it.
Yeah.
And camera change.
Yep, getting there. And a tea refill.
We'll start labeling them as cameras, and I'll start talking like it's one of those. What do they call that? The
Producers.
The control booth you see in like in a TV studio. Camera 1. Okay, switch over to camera 2.
Ready on 1.
Yeah.
Ready on 2. Go 1. Ready on 3. Go 2.
3. We don't have a 3.
So I was weeding my masks. No, that's wrong. I was removing the masks from the primary on the secondary hull from the primary round of Aztecs, and I was let's see. I was the reason why it stopped as I was working here in the time lapse is because I got to this point and realized I had left. I hadn't weeded this alternating line pattern here.
Oh no!
And so I had to weed it and then mask off around it and then shoot it with the primary gray color. Let it dry.
Yeah.
And then this morning come back and continue removing the masks.
Did you touch up underneath the nacelles there where they join the pylons? I
did.
Perfect. Yeah, you'd mentioned it in your video, so I was just kind of wondering if you'd managed to get that part done.
Yeah, and not only did I do that, forget to put the masks on that part, but I forgot to put the masks directly on the bottom of the nacelles too.
Oh.
So
okay.
I had to. So what I had to do was I had to mask those sections off from the rest of the ship and respray with the base coat blue.
Yep.
And then lay down the masks and respray with the base coat gray. And then one side, I think it's the starboard side, I didn't quite touch up far enough with the base coat blue, and so it was still gray under the end of where the mask was supposed to go. So I just went in with a brush. And I just decanted some paint into a little cup from the can, and touched that little bit up by hand, rather than masking everything off and spraying again.
Howard says somehow they do it on NSF with their cameras having a person producing in the background. I think they use some other program than StreamYard.
So what program did he say?
NSF.
Oh, I don't. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I was about to ask you.
So I thought you said. So at first I thought you said SNL, like Saturday Night Live.
Oh no, yeah,
And
no.
I'm like, well, they're a professional TV studio, so of course. But I misheard what you said, so I don't
Yes.
know what NSF is. It must be a program about Newfie sending fish.
Well, could be very well.
That's what I'm going to say it is. It must be a program about Newfie sending fish.
That would be a very popular channel in Eastern Canada.
I learned in school, because our school was probably about 40% Newfie. I learned, and my roommate was my roommate year one was a Newfie from Lab City. And I got really good at understanding, like being able to understand when they got into the thick of it with the accents. But two, I learned that Newfies can have a conversation in 2 words, or not even words, 2 sounds.
I did an exchange program out there for a month or whatever. No, I think it was 2 weeks.
Air. Any fish out there by? Air, not a 1.
Yep. Howard says NSF. That's NASA space flight.
Oh, NASA space. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of Starship and other rocket coverages.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that we can that there's stuff like that we can watch when they're doing launches.
Howard says, I'll go see if I can find out what they use.
I like to watch Everyday Astronaut. The guy from Everyday Astronaut was supposed to go on the Dear Moon mission, but that's been canceled.
You had something pull off?
Yeah, a little tiny piece, but shouldn't cause me too much trouble. We're like zooming.
Oh, yes. In comparison to those other masks you were doing, this looks so much easier.
I mean, there will be refinement I need to do. One moment, please. Sorry about that. Just had to sneeze.
Yes.
And then when I sneeze, I always have to sneeze twice, or in pairs. I always sneeze in pairs. So I sneezed, and then I knew there was another one coming.
I sneeze a lot in bright light.
Yeah, I was about to say I am a photosensitive sneezer.
Yeah.
Which is a thing. Light can make people sneeze. It's genetic, and there's it's due to a cross in messages between the sneezing reflex and your visual nervous like the nerves that control vision.
Yeah, I had issues with that in my younger days in the military. You're standing on a giant parade square doing drill, and you got to stand there attention. And if you're facing the sun, I really had to squint my eyes pretty hard.
Yeah. If I don't have I wear prescription glasses, right? So if I don't have my prescription sunglasses in the car with me when I'm driving, I'm going to be in trouble because my eyes are incredibly light sensitive. Maybe I'm from the mirror universe. I don't know, but
Howard says, if you like Tim Dodd, I watch him for a while, but NSF does 3 days a week coverage on Starship updates. They also do a live coverage of rocket launches or like Artemis rollout the other night.
Yeah. Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut. That's who it is. Okay, let's get these back pieces on. We're getting there.
At breakneck speeds.
Oh, I told the guys on HTM last night. I had a rabbi in our community reach out to me, wanting to connect over a coffee, and I'm kind of surprised I didn't hear back from them this week because I couldn't do it last week. But I got thinking, the moment we walk into that coffee shop, we've got 2/3 of a good joke. My boss liked that when I told him we had a breakfast this morning. I told him that. And he's like, but I think that's supposed to be a priest, not a pastor, right? Like, close enough.
And change the camera angle?
Of course. There we go.
Looking good, looking good.
One moment.
Now, when I was looking at your masks as you had them laid out, it looks like those bulged out sides on the down below the bridge and the decks below that. Those bulged out edges just are completely masked solid.
You're talking about that?
Nope, the next layer down on the ship.
These?
Yeah.
So there is a detail there.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah. I just forgot to weed those ones. But they'll be pretty easy to put on. This one is going to be a bit of a pain, and I'll need to do a clip about this one.
Right.
Because I'm probably going to have to slice this just to make it.
Well, because you got the round edges, they're going down.
Yeah. So this one is going to be a problem, and in fact, wait, is there any? So there's none of the light blue in this area, just outside here. So what I might do is I might cut a hole for the bridge and then just tape that just to make it lay down easier.
And Jody says he's back. Are your ears burning, Jody?
Jody's back. I didn't realize Jody was gone.
Neither did I. But he probably had to go pick up his wife or his daughter, either or. Or either that or he had a really long commercial set of ads. And he decided to watch them all.
It's like when you want to skip. Can you skip to the good part? Skipping the ads. Yeah, we're back up to full kid strength here at the house now.
Everybody's healthy.
My daughter was away at my parents' place for the week for March break. So we only had one child to deal with this week.
Nice. And she came back healthy, I hope.
Yep.
And your son's healthy?
Yep.
That's good.
So far, so good.
Jody said he went to make sure his cameras were working correctly.
Yeah, because Jody's going to be live streaming in 45 minutes.
Yes. And I'll have to remind you to set that up to transfer everybody over there.
Yep. Well, the nice part about being able to essentially like raid him with the viewers, like raiding would be what Twitch would call it, but to transfer everybody over is that then if there's new viewers who want to kind of continue watching, then they don't have to go through the trouble of finding Jody's channel. They'll get automatically redirected to it, right? So
yeah, very true. Howard asks, did you figure out what happened to your camera last night?
Are you talking to me, Howard? Or are you talking to Jody, or who are you?
Jody's saying last night my camera stopped working. That's why I wasn't on. So he's probably asking Jody.
Okay, because that must have happened after I left.
Yeah, he says no, Jody.
Okay.
Jody thinks he needs better cables.
Have you managed to sort your issue with your audio there, Jody? Have you figured out what the line noise type of stuff is? Okay.
And he's saying about his cables, if it wiggles, it disconnects.
Yeah. Okay, so this one goes on this side, this one goes on this side. Got it. You know, all these skills I learned for model building, I find I end up using them in real life.
Well, that's good.
So we bought, last year ahead of going to Florida, we bought new carry-on luggage.
Yes.
Because, you know, they've gradually reduced the size you're allowed for carry-on. And we prefer to use carry-on rather than check our bag, because we don't want to be stuck waiting around for bags and have that kind of hassle.
Yeah.
It's much easier just to grab it off the plane with you and go. But we had to get our carry-on was technically a little bit too big. So we got a bunch that are like all match. Like they're different colors, but they're all the same kind of suitcase.
Yep.
But instead of putting a tag or something like that, I got into the vinyl cutting program, and I cut letters for our last name and cut it out on the vinyl cutter. Grab some of the transfer
camera
and made some really nice vinyl lettering, so it's very clear who the suitcases belong to.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. At work, I had we had bought some new music stands. They're black music stands, and so I've cut the initials of our name out in the vinyl in black. So it's a black vinyl on a black music stand, so you can't see it from a distance. But when you get up close, it's very clear, like where the music stand belongs.
Nice. Let's see here. Jody says, I moved the newer receiver, newer as in the newer, like the brand name newer, receiver further away from the computer, but the coily cord isn't very long.
Yeah, so Jody, do you have your USB for your newer, or are you running wireless with your newer, or are you, sorry, beep, let me try that again. Is your receiver running USB into your computer, or is it running 1/8-inch audio cable into your computer? That's my first question.
Howard says, how much hassle do you get from security getting into the USA?
This time around, certainly hardly anything.
Well,
but we are able to take advantage of something called the Sunflower Program, because our one of our kids has sensory issues, and so because they have a diagnosed thing.
Yep.
We go in under what they call the Sunflower Program, and so we get to go through specialized lines so that we can get through quicker, so that there's less chance of deregulation due to oversensory stimulation.
Okay, well, that's good.
So, yeah.
Let's see here. Howard saying, how much hassle? Or no, sorry, I just read that one. He says, Jody, if they can deliver the package, it'll be there Tuesday.
Oh, Jody's getting a package.
And Jody said, Todd told me to use line-in audio cable.
Yeah. So mine is connected USB, and I don't have any issues.
And Jody says, thanks, Howard.
I've still got to send Jody the Romulan parts. I just need to remember to do that.
I've still got to send you a USS Enterprise from the movie.
Oh, yeah. It'll be cool.
I've got both of them still sitting there.
It'll be cool to have that around.
Yes.
I'm not sure when I'll get to building it, but someday.
Yeah, that's why I haven't really been in a huge, hurry to send it to you. I know you've got more than enough on your plate. It's not something you're going to jump out and start working on.
Yeah, it would just sit in my stash until I got the time to be able to get to it. But also the potential project lineup I have is quite extensive too.
Speaking of those Romulan parts for Jody, Jody's saying, let me know how much the shipping is, Andrew.
Yeah, I won't find out how much the shipping is until I've shipped it to you.
Howard said, we are a bunch of slackers in package sending. Well, just to give you guys a bit of a sneak, or I guess a little pre-knowledge here, I have picked up some prizes for trivia on Buck Streams. So I'm gonna start actually keeping score, and I'm actually gonna be sending out prizes.
Wow.
Actually, decent prizes, like not super expensive, but they're kind of cool what they are.
Oh, I bet I know what the prize is. One moment. Oh. Is this the prize?
No. No. Like little 3D printed kits.
Okay.
This is like a single sprue military Jeep or a single sprue F4 Phantom, and they're all like printed in the 3D printed PLA plastic that's all multiple color, that sort of thing.
Well, I was going to say that if it was from trivia on Buckstream, did you say it's Buckstream?
Yep.
So if it's trivia from Buckstream, shouldn't it be a prize made out of wood?
Well, no, his are usually now are Lego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I also have some 3D printed little Star Trek kits.
Yeah.
That are kind of one sprue things as well. I ordered myself some poker chips and some stickers, so that way I'll finally have my own stickers.
I knew Keith was doing Lego.
Yes.
I hadn't caught Buck for a little bit, so because the timing doesn't work. But
yeah,
I didn't realize he was doing Lego too.
Yep. Right now he's working on the Lego Death Star, although it's not. It's the not
you know
Lego.
What? I think I did know that.
See here, Howard says Nags, which is not another Grissom.
Yeah, when is Howard build starting?
Howard says you must be present to win. Yeah, basically I think I'll be doing I'll just read off whoever's got the correct answers in chat, and the first three will, number one will get 10 points, number two will get 5 points, number three will get 2 points. End of the night, whoever's got the most points is the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you want to do another commercial break?
Let me film something here quick, and then I will run a commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna film a little thing. I'm just gonna do it the same way I did it before. So
okay. I don't know if you want to point out that window while you're doing it, that the one with the masking's been pulled off, or the paint's been pulled off the masking or whatever.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. And then it looks like there's another window or something pulled off.
It's been replaced with a black window mask.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the window masks do come off, and so they get replaced. And so when they get replaced, they don't have paint on them.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to mute.
Now, this section is probably going to be the trickiest section out of all of this to do because of the curved shapes, but particularly the bridge. So what I like to do is cut out the space for the bridge. And I might need to just cut a little bit more out of the front there. Let me grab a pair of scissors and just trim a little bit more out of the front. Doing this live on camera too. That's pretty special. This is going to allow the mask to sit flat, and you're not going to have to deal with it like bubbling and rippling and all those type of things. And it's going to just work so much easier for you. These areas here, you want to make sure that they catch those ribbed kind of looking details there. So you can kind of use that for a little bit of your alignment, and then just make sure everything else is kind of in the blue as best you can. And you're also kind of aligning the back too. So there's a lot going on with this particular mask. You could chop it up into smaller sections, but I find that if you cut the bridge section out, both in the masking material and in your transfer, you're going to be fine. So I think we've got this lined up. We're going to try our best to peel this off. The area on the side here is going to remain kind of raised up. Peel your backing off, your transfer off first, and then sit that down. That's going to work a lot easier for you than trying to sit that down while it's still on the transfer. You're going to have that issue a little bit on the edge over here too. So just work with it. But if you cut the center out, it should go that easily for you. It should not give you any trouble. If you leave that center in, it will fight you the entire way. And we're clear.
Right on. That worked out well. You didn't have to split it in half.
Okay, I am going to just make sure that I grab that clip and save it where it needs to go, so I'm not searching for it later.
And while you're doing that, do you want to run a commercial break?
Oh, right. I did say I was going to do that. All right, so everybody, it's time for another commercial break. For whoever gets it. I don't know who actually gets it, so. Aztek video 4, we're up to clip number 6, and I haven't put anything in editing yet. That's unusual for me. All right.
So Howard's saying, must be prison to win, hey? And yeah, Howard, I do realize that you take off to go pick up your neighbor during those streams. I mean, while you're there, if you can, even if you're watching while you're in your vehicle during those times while you're waiting, feel free to throw your answers in. And if you get enough points, you can still win. Jody says, so I have to start giving real answers? Only if you want one of my poker chips or one of the other prizes that I'll have. And Howard says, well, I'll never win because I miss most of the questions at that start. Well, if you start getting the correct answer first on the rest of them, that's 10 points a crack. So that can add up.
Yeah, success also depends on the category too.
Yes. Yeah, some of those little 3D model kits are only, like anywhere from $3 to $5. I think the F4 Phantom ones are about $25. So, and it's just going to be, one of those type of items a week, as well as some other like swag from either myself or Buck if he sends me some, or if Andrew's got some poker chips or something he wants to send me, or stickers or something. Basically, just so every time someone wins, they can be sent. Yeah, like if you want to send me like 10 of those or something, and then that'll be, 10 weeks worth of your chip being put out. However, I'd be alternating, so 10 chips would last me a very, very long time.
So how many are in a row here? 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I guess it's 100 chips here.
Okay. Yep.
These are the ones that that Todd sent out to me.
Yeah.
Very kind of him to do that.
I'll have to ask Todd for some more of the HTM ones.
Yeah, these are not the same quality as the HTM ones. The HTM ones have some nice heft and weight and to them, right?
Yes. Jody says you'd be happy with a sticker. Well, that's the thing. Each week's winner would get like one of those little 3D printed models or whatever the other prize is going to be, and then they'd also get like somebody's sticker and somebody's poker chip. And that's why I'd like to get a lot of different HTM members poker chips and stickers if they have them, just to see if you can win enough that you can collect them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Yep. Perfect. Jody says, I'm going to be making some new stickers for myself soon. I'll send you some. Perfect. I appreciate that. Send me enough and I can start putting them in random prize packs.
I need to think about that's something for the chat to help out with. I need to think about a giveaway item for Wonderfest. That's not a keychain.
Jody says HDM trading cards should be a thing. Jody says, I can design them. Well, and it'd be kind of cool if we had like a Jody range of trading cards where Jody and, maybe 5 different Jody models. So Jody's got 5 cards or however many you want to do. And then so many Jordan ones, so many Ian ones, so many Andrew ones. And they don't have to be recent models, just anything you've got that you've built. And then people can collect them, try and collect them all. Because I could start doing trivia for more people. I could, for example, run a trivia on a Friday stream or a Sunday stream. If I have enough prizes to make it worthwhile. If people have shirts they send me to hand out for prizes, those would be prizes. I know some people like Donnie got prizes or like shirts to give away, and Ian has a few,
could be helpful.
A few others.
Could be helpful on the Sunday streams right now because they're a little thin on participation at the moment.
Well, maybe I'll start doing some trivia for some Sunday night action.
No, Sundays are notoriously difficult for me to participate in.
And it doesn't have to be, because Sundays, those are longer streams. The shorter ones is where my 20 questions usually is covered over 2-hour period. So, I mean, I could do trivia for 2 hours somewhere in the middle of it. So it doesn't have to be right at the beginning or the end. Although I think the Friday, if I was going to do it on a Friday, I would want to do it earlier. Whereas the Sunday would probably somewhere in the middle.
Well, my thought is that the Friday, there's more people on the stream. So there's more conversation happening, right? The Sundays has been a little more light on participants. So having something that kind of stimulates the conversation might not be a bad idea.
Yeah. Jody says, have members' stats and histories of models on the back. He says, a card of a person and some model pics in a set. Yeah, sorry, Jody, you can't take a picture of me because taking a picture of me steals my soul. I got that from, I think, a National Geographic or something. That some tribes people, and back in the 70s or whatever, believed that when their picture was being taken, it stole their soul.
Yeah.
So they didn't want their pictures taken. Ben's Build says, if not keychains, and he says in parentheses, he says, still have mine from 2024 Wonderfest. A poker chip or a sticker / magnet, which is a good option.
Yeah, I just don't want to do keychains because I've already been there, done that, right?
Yep.
Well, and then the keychains I did were made in the studio here. Made on video too. There's video of them being made.
And you have proof that you made them.
So I'm just going through right now and sealing up the lines between.
Jody said you would have had an ID photo taken for your service. You must now already be soulless.
You did say you were also a redhead.
Yes. Howard says, "Wait, you're a redhead. You have no soul.
I didn't see. I did not see that before I said that.
Steal souls that are all those freckles on your body." Actually, if you were going to do trading cards, another cool one would be to see someone's model desk setup.
Yeah, model shop.
Yeah. Like either their desk or maybe in Andrew's case, an overall shot of his whole working area.
I'd have to clean.
Yeah, so would I. I keep enough stuff off to the sides, out of view of what my camera sees.
Yeah, it only has to be clean on camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a set. The set only matter. The only part of the set that matters is the part that's on camera.
Exactly. But if I was to do a photo to make a card, I would actually show a little bit further back, showing the shelves I have on my workbench with, the paints or whatever's on them.
Oh, talking about it only matters about what's on camera. So on the next generation set, the corridor that runs through engineering that they would also that they plugged up when it was engineering set, and then they removed if they wanted to use it as corridor, and they'd remove the big multi-system display or massive system display when they wanted it to be corridor, etc. So if you're in engineering, the warp core is behind you, and the pool table and then the master systems display is in front of you. You know how there's like corridor that runs across there?
Yeah.
And we rarely ever see into that corridor. I just noticed one episode where, explaining this would be a lot easier with a visual assistant. TNG stage 9 set. Okay. Just give me that blueprint. Come on. Okay, here it is. One moment, please stand by.
As we watch it creeping in the background again.
Bear with me. Polar bear with me. Okay. So here's the set. This is the stage 9 set. Okay.
Right.
So you can see my mouse?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the warp core. This is the area where Geordi would work a lot. And then this is that exit like in behind.
Where they disappear into?
Yeah, this is where Data sat down to reinsert all the isolinear chips. Then the big drop down door comes when they have like a warp core breach in progress or something.
Yeah.
And then so this is the main hallway, and when it's engineering, they've got these wall plugs in here, right? So
okay, yeah.
So you can't walk through there when it's being used as the engineering set, and so people would walk in through these corridors, but you hardly ever see down these corridors, right?
Right.
And then when they want to use it as part of the corridor set, they use this area as the workout gym where Crusher and Troy were doing whatever it was that they were doing in those ugly outfits. They used this space. The 24th episode in season 4, In the Mind's Eye, the one where Geordi is off to Ryza and he gets abducted by Romulans. And he's supposed to. They condition him so that he's supposed to assassinate a Klingon. Familiar with that one?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So I noticed, and that's one of my lesser watched episodes, but for the very first time, and I think it might be the only time this has ever happened, where they actually filmed them walking, like the camera was like here, like pointing this way, and they actually filmed as they walked in this way, around this corner, through the corridor, around here, and into this door. And it was like, I've never seen them shoot that close to the edge of the set in this area. It's like these are the corridors that they never shoot, like they never show on camera.
Interesting.
Except for like that one time. Anyway, completely off topic. I can't even remember how we got there, but yeah, there must have been some reason why I went down that rabbit hole.
Well, we were talking about filming or photographing or
right. It only matters if it only needs, the only part that needs to be clean is the part that you see on camera.
That's right. Let's see here. Howard said there was that one night, that one time though we saw Ken laying on his bed one night. Jody says, funny thing, YouTube showed Howard's comment on my phone, but not on my TV. Interesting. Here, Jody says 10 cards per set, 1 headshot, 1 workshop shot, and 8 model picks.
I don't have 8 model picks. I take a long time to build them.
You don't have like picks like of past builds, like
define past, like
older client builds or something.
Well, I haven't been doing this for a huge amount of time, and I've taken a long time to get each model done, right? So
right. Just a couple shots then of models from different sides. Let's see here. Jody says skills and accomplishments are on the back. And we'll put 3 cards in a pack, as well as a stick of really hard gum. Howard says, everywhere you look around my place, it looks like junk. Jody says, you can have multiple pictures of the same model. He says, I keep my junk in my drawers. Howard says, only builds I got is mostly Roker and or U-Gears or Parts Works. Only one model I ever finished was the Phantom of the Opera.
Cue the organ music. I saw Phantom in Toronto when it was there back in the day.
Yeah. I know a lot of schools sent school trips there too.
Yeah. I remember the big kerfuffle. The big thing was that it was the fastest chandelier drop or something like that.
Jody says, Howard, yours can be the special limited edition card, the Dash.
Dash. Whoa.
And we're getting to 8 minutes left in this stream.
All right.
So don't forget to set up the transfer.
Yes.
Here we go. I've done my job and reminded you. Jody said, make it all shiny like a Pokemon card.
I didn't know Pokemon cards were shiny. I guess I learned something.
Mm-hmm. Howard says, nope, can't do the dash card. Chase hates it. Well, then Chase just doesn't get one. Or if he gets one somehow, he can throw it out. Trade it, yeah. Give it away. Or just put it at the bottom of the stack of cards. Jody says, I better go get ready to start. I better go get ready to start getting ready. All right, then.
You go get ready to start getting ready.
Howard says the foil cards are rare in sets. Oh, okay then.
Foil cards, are those the shiny ones?
Those would probably be the shiny ones.
I never got really into the whole trading card thing when I was younger. Actually, the only trading cards I had were Star Trek trading cards.
Oh, there we go. There was a Star Trek card game that you'd like, almost like Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have a whole bunch of them.
So I've got I collected I was collecting the Star Trek trading cards when they were like the Next Generation in the original series.
Yep.
And then one of my uncles ended up giving a couple of the nephews, including me, a binder that had full sets.
Nice.
Of the trading cards in them, and full sets of the Star Trek Pogs.
Back when Pogs were a big thing.
Yeah. So I still have them in a bin somewhere around here.
Nice. Yeah, I know these Star Trek games, you had to play your ship card for what ship you're gonna have. You'd have your crew. You'd have to lay down which crew members you're going to have on your ship, and then mission cards be played, and you send your ships on those missions. And meanwhile, your opponent, he'd be doing the same thing. Maybe he's got Klingon ships in his decks, or Romulan ships, or some other types of ships or whatever. Or maybe he's another Federation player. So, and you're just trying to get as many missions accomplished as you can. And I think once you get to a certain amount of missions, and you win.
Used to play a Star Trek text-based computer game.
Cool.
Like a DOS text-based Star Trek computer game. Don't remember what it was called, but we played it. A friend of mine had it, so we played it at his place on his computer. Same friend who shortly after the internet went public and he had dial-up at home, found and then downloaded and then printed on the dot matrix printer the full script for Generations before it came out.
Nice. That's dedication.
Let's just say reading the life form scene in Generations on the script didn't make much sense until I saw it in the movie.
All right, I'm going to quickly rattle some stuff off here. So after this show here, you'll have Trek Mods. That's Jody's channel. Tomorrow being Sunday, we're going to have 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Sunday Fun Day for the HTM streams. Monday evening is going to be Donnie. He's going to be continuing on working on his, I'm not sure what scale of the, what ship is he building?
Whoa, I've just picked up 3 more subscribers since I last said.
Oh, nice. Anyway, yeah, so he's bringing the building the ship from Seth MacFarlane's show there.
The Orville.
The Orville. Thank you very much. And then, yep, Jody's saying 350 Orville. Thank you very much, Jody. Then on Tuesday, we have Keith doing his Lego build of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, followed by Buck as well that same evening. He'll be doing the Lego, not Lego Death Star build, and I'll be doing trivia for him on that evening. On Wednesday is Woody Wednesday in the evening there. That's where we build wooden kits of various types. And then followed by that is Thursday. We have Jordan with his live stream. I'm not sure if it'll be Dockyards or what it'll be, but he'll be working on something. Followed by that on Friday, we'll have our Friday night live stream where just people building models and wooden kits and everything else, that they are their heart's desire. And then that brings us back to Saturday.
So I've got a little bit of an issue with the redirect. Jody's got 2 live streams scheduled to start at 11.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm not sure which one is actually going to be the one that he actually goes into.
Jody, delete one.
Jody, are you still here?
Jody, can you hear me?
And I've gone to his YouTube channel as well, and it's showing the duplicate, the double stream schedule as well.
You said both go.
Yeah, I can't redirect him to 2 streams. I can't cross the streams.
And he's like vertical and horizontal.
Oh, one's vertical and one's horizontal? Okay, I will try to choose the right one. Okay, so if this does not work, sorry. But we will try. All right. All right. So there we go. That has been set up. It may work. It may not work. I take no liability, but I hope that you've enjoyed this live stream. I think we've gotten a fair bit done here. Oh, I'm doubled up. I think we got a fair bit done with getting those masks on, and I still have a little bit of touch-up work to do, but I might be able to get masks down the neck and onto the secondary hull. That way I can paint that all in one go. I'm going to try that. But thank you, everyone, for being here, for hanging out for the 2 hours. If you've enjoyed this stream, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to my channel or you haven't done so yet, you can hit that subscribe button. Apparently, people have been hitting the subscribe button because my subscriber count has gone up. So thank you so much. And if you haven't done it yet, you can help make my counter go up even more. That would be awesome. But for now, for now, my name is Andrew. Your producer tonight has been Ken.
Good night.
Have a good night, everyone.